Hey guys, it's Kyle Gaffner with the Bitter Birds, and we're going to be talking about Joel Embiid's debut last night. And man, was it exciting to watch this kid finally play. We can see now why he would have been the consensus number one overall in the 2014 draft. But he got hurt. We took him at number three. We had to wait a year. He got hurt again. We had to wait another year. But I think it was well worth it because we can see what this kid can become. A little taste of what Joel Embiid has to offer. He's got the athleticism. He can rebound. He's got the post moves. He can shoot. He's got defense. He can pass. He can hustle. This kid has every tool and the ability to be one of the best centers to ever play the game if the injury bug doesn't bite him. But whatever, he's healthy now. He's got a minutes restriction on him, which is fine. He played 22 minutes, so 2 minutes over what he was supposed to play. And just, God, I mean, the whole place was going insane last night. It was giving me chills. Everybody was chanting MVP, the plays he was making. I mean, it was the Joel Embiid show last night. It was supposed to be Ben Simmons' debut. That's why it was a national game against the Thunder, but whatever. He got hurt, and this is Joel's team. It was also Sarge's debut. Now, he didn't have as good a game as Joel did, but there's stuff that's not going to show up in the stat sheet that he did. Yeah, he shot. He didn't shoot a very good percentage, but we saw something he didn't do in the preseason, which was he kept his composure, kept his confidence, and kept shooting. He had hustle plays, which was really big. That's not going to show up in the stat sheet. He played better defense. He wasn't turning the ball over like he was in the preseason either. So he's got a little bit more growing to do. So does Joel, but it didn't look like Joel was missing a beat last night. He was taking Steven Adams to the hole, which this guy is a very good defender. So you have to give him credit, but he owned him the entire time. Now, what I would like to see Embiid do a little more is bang down low because I know he could. He's so big, he could take advantage of Steven Adams, but he fell in love with a little bit with his jump shot, which is fine because he's got a really great shooting stroke. And man, and we saw his range because when he hit that three, the lid almost blew off the Wachovia Center. I mean, it was great to see. He had a really good line, a really good stat from the stripe. He went 7 for 8, so he's a really good free throw shooter. That's great to see because a lot of big men cannot shoot. Very good percentage from the free throw line. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds. He only shot 6 of 16, which is, it's not very good for a big man, but that's fine. He still kept it competitive. Let me tell you, from watching the team last year to this year playing the Thunder, last year it was a 50-point blowout. It was a disgrace. They ran us out of the building. But this year, completely different story. We kept it competitive. We had the lead a lot of the times. Now, there's something I'd like to see the Sixers do is close out quarters because every time we got a little bit of the lead, we got stagnant on offense. We stopped passing the ball, and we just kind of let Joel do everything, which is fine. But when he's getting double teamed, you got to kick out. You got to move. You got to move a little bit. It was kind of watching what Cleveland does a lot of times with LeBron. But that's fine. They fix it. It's a little bit of a hiccup, but to see this team compete with the Thunder, yeah, they don't have Durant anymore, but they're still a very good team. Russell Westbrook is still a complete superstar. He's awesome, and he showed that last night by closing out the game. That's what Joel Embiid's going to have to learn to do. But he is not even 100% yet. And to do what he did last night is just, it speaks volumes. It really does. And what it can become. So if he gets, right back into basketball shape, 100%, the minute restrictions finally come off, I mean, God, the sky is the limit for this kid. He showed a little bit of the dream shake. He can handle the ball. The 2 block shots were huge. I can't say enough about what this kid did. And it even gives me chills to think about when Ben Simmons come back, what a duo these guys can become. I mean, we could definitely be going to the I don't want to get excited and say, well, we're going to be going to multiple championships because even if we have a great team, you know what can happen. It's not scripted. Anything could happen. You're not guaranteed to even make it to an NBA Finals, but to see what we did last night, it really, really gives you hope. But I'd like to see one thing I would like to see though Brett Brown do that we didn't get to see last night is play Okafor and Embiid together. Play Okafor at the 4 and play Embiid at the 5 and see how that combination is going to play out. We didn't get to see that last night. When the second unit came in, it was like watching last year all over again. It was, Okafor and a bunch of other guys. I like our role players, but it got very stagnant when these guys were in. You got Sauce. I like TJ. But it's basically Okafor and the other guys. Okafor had to do a lot. He's coming off that knee surgery. But another thing that was really bothering me with the Sixers, they got very they fell in love with the jumper. And nobody was under the basket to rebound. So we really have to improve on the rebounding. Because when they had Steven Adams and Enes Kanter in there, they destroyed us on the boards. And that's how they got back into the game a lot of the times when we had taken an early lead. I thought Gerald Henderson did a decent job against Russell Westbrook, shutting him down. So he had a nice debut coming home. Jeremy Grant looked pretty good. He was hitting his jump shots. Even Sauce kind of impressed me. He's known for his jumpers, so he took it to the hole a couple times. So it's good to see his versatility kind of blooming and growing in front of us after, year 3. So I'd like to see a little bit of improvement on him, but I wouldn't pull the trigger just yet if I was Brian Colangelo. Let these guys get more healthy. Let's mix and match with Okafor, Noel. See who plays best with who. I still think it's going to be better for Noel to come off the bench and be with Sarge, and then let Okafor play with Embiid. Because as we saw last night, his defense, he got eaten alive again. He's not a very good weak side defender. And it's not really helpful when he's playing the 5 and you got guards that really can't guard either. So they're blowing right past their assignment and then leaving it up to Jaleel, who's not a good defender in himself. But hey, it's the first game. I love what I saw out of our team. It was great to see this team being competitive. It looks like they were into it. A lot of times last year they weren't. They were sulking because half the time they were down 30 to 40 points. So it was great to see. Great to see the fans getting into it, and I think the team was feeding off the electricity of the fans too, the excitement of the fans. And there was one fan that got overexcited and flipped off Russell Westbrook. So that was kind of funny too. He got later ejected apparently, but then I also read a thing to where he didn't get ejected. He just got moved to another place. But hey, the guy was excited. He got a little foul. Whatever. People are going to badmouth it and say, oh, this is what Philly does. What you expect to see. But who cares? It was a great night at the Wachovia Center. What do you guys think? Do you think Embiid really played good last night? What were your thoughts? How do you think he played? And do you think it would be a good combination to have him with Noel, him with Okafor? So, you guys leave your comments. Tell me what you think, and stay tuned for next week. And go Sixers. Take it easy, guys.